Hello there, warriors! New challenge today in Next.js. We are building a memory game. Let's see how it should look in the end of this video. This is how it should look. We should have 8 photos, duplicate those photos, meaning we are going to have 16 squares. And when we click on one square, we should get a photo behind it. And when we click on another, we should find the match. So in this case, these two are not matching, so it's reverting it back. But if we find a match for our image, let's find at least one match. Is it this one? Yes, no, it's here. Yes. Now it should stay. And in the end, if we solve all matches here, all photos, we should get some "you won" message or something like that. Let's see how to build this one. This will be fun. So as always, we're starting from a fresh Next.js app, and only thing I added is the memory cards here. So those are the images that we are going to use for our memory game. These are all AI generated. So, and yes, and the other thing is that I already added the array of those images. So everything else we are going to do from scratch. So first thing, while we are here, let's delete all the default stuff from Next.js. And here we can already create a new component folder. Components, and we're going to create our, how should we call it? Maybe memory game.tsx. Reason why I'm creating a new component instead of putting it directly into the page is I like to put use client into the component and not on the page in case I need some server actions or something, so I can stay on the server and page and use client in a component. So here we are going to use our React snippets, RFC, for the functional component. We don't need this part. And we can move our array. We're going to put it inside the memory game component, and we can remove this image, and also here import our memory game component from the components folder. So next thing, we need a function that is going to generate a deck for us. So what we need to do is we're going to create a generate deck function like this, the array function. And there we can move our array inside. And now we can create a deck array, which is going to be duplicated array memory cards. So we are going to use spread operator and put our memory cards just like this. So now we have 16 photos, not 8. But one more problem is here, that they're all ordered. So now what we need to do is to randomize all the cards inside the deck array. So how are we going to do that is we are going to use sort, and then we're going to use math.random by JavaScript and -0.5. And that way we are going to get everything. What I did wrong here, let me see, I need to return this one, return like this, and math random is a function, and this one should be good, yes. Okay, let's move on. So now when we create a generate deck, we can create our cards state. So cards set cards, we're going to use state by React, and as a value we're going to put generate deck function. So type of that is going to be the array of strings. And now with this we can already go here. We're going to create a div. Class name can be grid calls should be 4. And inside we can take our cards, map, and each card. We're going to display it as a separated div, and inside that div we can put image by Next.js, and source is going to be card. Not only card, we need to put a real, so like this, it's in the public folder in the memory cards folder, if I remember correctly. Card is going to be a variable, and it's going to be .webp extension. We can put fill for the image component by Next.js, and alt can be just memory card, and we can close the component. What is it complaining about? Key is missing. Okay, so key, we can put index for now. I mean, it would be probably some ID, but we don't have it currently. Now it's not complaining, but we have a problem with displaying everything filled like this. Let's see now to solve this one looking like this. So we should put, okay, we have a grid. So here we're going to put the width and height, and we can put transform. Yes, now it looks nice. And also here we can put gap of 5 to make it a little bit better. Yeah, we can see now it's randomized, so it's good already for that. And we can put some cursor pointer. Is it like that? Yes, that one is working. This one looks nice for now. So next thing, we're going to put a new state and call it flipped. So flipped and set flipped is going to be state, and this time we're going to put a type of numbers as an array. So the default is going to be empty array. So here we're going to put indexes of each image that we click, and that way we're going to know which image exactly is flipped. So now we can create a handle click function that is going to catch our click when we click on an image here, and there we're going to say set flipped to, we're going to take current flipped to the index that we catch here in our click handle. Here on our div, this one, we're going to put on click, and there we are going to do handle click and put our index in there. And here we are going to check if our flipped includes this index, and in that case we are going to display the image, and if not, let me show you how will that look like this. In that case we are going to show the image. Did I save the, no I didn't, just a second. So it's this one, we're going to show that image, and in other case we can show the question mark. And now yes, it looks good. It's only like the design is not that good, but if we click, yes, it's showing the image. And that, oh, I even matched the right image. Okay, let's do now just quickly some background slate 200 for example here, and we're going to put flex, justify it to center and item center, so our question mark is going in the center of this. Yes, also let's make it look just a little bit bigger with text for Excel. Yes, and font bold maybe, and text black, and now it looks, I think, nice. And now if we click it, Yes. So we have to handle this case. When we click 2, it shouldn't be clickable anymore. It should revert it back. So let's do that one. So that one should be in the handle click. So here, if the flipped doesn't include that index, or if flipped length is less than 2. That should be our condition, I think. Let's test it out now. So now if you click and click again, then third one shouldn't be, oh, it's clickable. Okay, what I did wrong, maybe and is going to help us out. Yes, now it's good. Okay, but it's still not reverted. It's stuck now. Basically, I need to refresh so I can get a new image. So let's do that one. Each time that we have 2, we should have some event that is reverting it back or putting it to solved. Let's solve that. So to be able to track that, we're going to create a use effect. So use effect by React, and as our variables that we are going to need there, we are going to take cards and flipped. So each time that cards or flipped are changed, use effect is going to trigger. So here we are going to take the first and second from flipped like this, and if cards first equals to cards second, so here we are taking the names from our cards state and checking if the index of the first flipped card equals the index of the second flipped card. And in that case, here we should create a new solved state that's also going to be the array of numbers in the beginning as a default empty array. And in this case, we're going to set solved that it equals to old solved if we have already solved something, and flipped. So flipped can have maximum of 2 items, and this way we are putting our flipped only in case they're the same into the solved. So here we are missing the solved state also. And this one now looks good, although we are not yet finished with use effect. So this is the action we need to do in case that we have 2 items flipped. So what are we going to do is we're going to say if flipped.length equals 2, and in that case we should do this. So we're going to put this into the check for match function like this, and in case that flipped length equals 2, we are going to call that function. I hope you're enjoying this content so far. If you do, click that subscribe button so I can create more challenges like this. After checking for match, if they do match, we should set flipped to empty array. Oh, basically if they don't match, that's the same, we should set it to empty array, so we reset those 2 so the user can choose another 2 cards. So let's now test it out. If we put 1 and then the second, okay, we need to create a little bit of delay here, so we're going to put a set timeout here of just 1 second and put check for match here. So now we should see what are we choosing. So now if we do this and then this, yes, after 1 second it's getting reverted, so we did not match them. And if we do match, I think, oh, this is the same. Yes, it's still reverting, but we need to solve that solved case for all solved memory cards. So here where we did our flipped includes, here we should do or solved includes, the same condition like this. So that state is solved. Yes, and now we have our solved that we had. And if I solve another one, let's test some other example. I cannot find the same. This one was here. Yes, work. Nice. Now we can do the animation here when we click. So this tailwind always looks bad like this in the long line. So we are going to add transition transform and duration of 300. And also we are going to change like this to use it like this. So we can put a variable inside. And we can take, it's I think exactly the same condition like for our images. We can put it in the end here. So if flipped includes an index, then we put the rotate 180, and if not, just nothing. Okay, let's test it out now. So yes, now it's reverted. So now we just need to add, we can add the image here in the class name, rotate 180, and let's put now, yes, now it looks nice. We have a little bit of animation, that's always great. And what do we have left? So now we need to put, if we have everything solved, we need to put that some like you won message. Let's do that quickly. So that should be easy. Let's create a variable game over, and basically just if solved length equals to cards length, that should be the case. So here we can put it here. We can put if game over, then just do h2 tag you won, congrats, something like that. Also we can put here h1 memory game, not games, and here we need text center and a little bit of padding maybe, or no, maybe here a little bit of margin on top to move it. And this one also can have a little bit of padding, 5. Let's also create a reset game function if we want to restart the game. So then we have set cards to what we call it, the generate deck function. Set flipped to empty array. Set solved to empty array. That one should reset the game. We can create here a button. Let's quickly just put some padding and also the background. We can put some 500 like this and say restart. There it is, little bit rounded, MD, and we can just put, can you see it on screen? I think not. Let me put it in the left corner. Yes, now you can see it. And on click, we should do the reset game. Let's try it out. So if we, oh, I did it in, oh, look at this, I'm really lucky. If we do a restart, we are restarting everything. That one works nicely. I think that now our game is working. Let's test it out. Now, let me just share you to see. Yes, this one looks good. Okay, let's play this one quickly. I hope this one is not too boring. So we have our orcs, our castle, our dwarf, here it is. Then we have, where was this one? Here. And the elf, it's not there. The textual game, okay. Where was this orc? I already forgot. Oh, I see this one. This one was, elf was, no. Yeah, here. And this one was here, right? No. This one was there. And where is this one? Oh, textual games was here. And this one was here. And the logo of the orcish. Yes. And now we should have, yes, you won, congrats. Just one little bit of touch here. We can put the text green. Is it working? No. Oh, text green 500 should be. Yes. This one actually looks quite nice. I always enjoy working on this kind of projects. If you enjoyed it too, click that subscribe and see you again. Bye.